What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the MG Super Truck Series here on Fox. We are at Iowa Speedway. Good old Iowa. Getting ready to kick things off. Of course, this is Ron Hornaday Jr. on pole yet again with a 7 to his outside. Man, these two love to claim that front row. Then there's Travis Kvapil and Mike Skinner behind them. Hornaday, can he continue his dominance, or will he slip and allow Travis Kvapil a chance to catch him in points here? We are about to find out as the pace car is off. He's on pit road. The field is now in the hands of that 33, and the flagman waves the green. We are racing. Hornaday immediately clears that outside line through 1 and 2. Is going to drive away down the backstretch entering 3. And here comes Travis Kvapil on the inside. Kvapil is going to take second away. Here comes Musgrave in the 9, looking for third. Jason White falls all the way back to 4th, maybe even 5th, as the 60 of Jack Sprague gets to his inside. He's going to clear. 23 now to the inside. That 7 truck getting freight trained here. Now Mike Skinner hops down to the bottom. He's tired of getting held up by him. He's going to get underneath. And that 7 truck is about to fall outside the top 10 at this rate, if he's not careful. He's all the way back to P7. Make that P8 as Todd Bodine gets underneath. Here comes Eric Darnell. Does Darnell have enough of a run to get underneath? No, he's not going to have that run. However, the 7 truck still trying to fight back on the outside of the 30. Can't quite do it. He's going to fall back. Falls in line and now defends against the 99 of Eric Darnell. 3 wide for the race lead. Whoops. As here comes the 9 of Musgrave. Underneath Kvapil. Underneath Hornaday. Ron Hornaday Jr. falls back to P3. And here comes Mike Skinner into the mix now. Skinner looking underneath. Peeks his nose in there. The 23 all over the back bumper of the 60 as well. Mike Skinner looking low as we get a nice flyby, a camera right in the asphalt here from Iowa Speedway. A pretty cool camera. Kind of reminds me of the digger cam that the boys at Fox used to have. Another one here in turn 3. That good old digger cam. That was a fun little time. A lot of people didn't like it. They didn't like the Gopher, but I grew up in that era. I loved it. Man, anyways, here comes the 7 back to the front. That 7 truck got stuck on the outside there. Fell back, but now he's on the bottom. He's letting that thing eat. Bottom feeding, and he is gonna get underneath the 23 now. Another huge run. Some contact being made right there. More contact behind with Rick Crawford and Eric Darnell. Crawford moves up. Darnell falls back. He's gonna lose 2 spots, and it looks like the inside line may be the way to go. But I don't know, these guys keep trying that top. It might start coming in later into the race, but right now it is just not there. As the 5 of Skinner falls back as well. Here comes Ron Hornaday Jr. back into P3. He's trying to reclaim that top spot. These drivers staying towards the top and middle of the racetrack. Or bottom and middle of the racetrack, rather. But not getting all the way down to that white line, or excuse me, yellow line. Apparently I'm colorblind. As here comes Kvapil around turn 4 to lead yet another lap. As we switch to our fan cameras here. It's a nice little view, but you can't really see much past the garages. Heading down the backstretch, you get a great view of what's going on as we go into 3 and 4. And now Crawford, the 7, side by side. Jason White, Rick Crawford. Crawford moves up another position. To the dismay of our fans here. The 5 of Mike Skinner in the mix as well. Back underneath the 33. Almost turned him as he overshot the entry a little bit. Hornaday moved up to give him some room. And now Skinner back underneath for third. Man, they are trading these positions back and forth. Here comes Rick Crawford underneath the 33 truck as well. Hornaday is going to pin him down on corner exit, trying to use that momentum on the top. Can't quite. There is just no grip up top right now. These guys keep trying it, but man, once someone gets to their inside, they fall right back. There's so much grip down on the bottom right now. The 9 truck now has some pressure from behind. Mike Skinner finally got rid of Ron Hornaday Jr. and is now has his sight, gonna have his sight set on the 9 truck. Can he get there? Looking underneath for second, heading into 1 and 2. Gonna take that inside line, gets underneath yet again, but the 9 pinches him down, gets a great exit off of turn 2. Here comes Rick Crawford on the top. Crawford's gonna check up, lets him back in line to 5, overdrove the entry into turn 3. That's gonna allow Crawford to get underneath the 9, and now Crawford has a run on the 5 truck as well, heading into turns 1 and 2 yet again. Contact being made, a bump to the back of that 5 truck, but Skinner hangs on to it. He's gonna hop down in front of Crawford, not allowing that guy to get up into the mix here, but Crawford not giving up. He's back out in front, side by side for P2. Rick Crawford chasing down the 6 now. Travis Kvapil, that lead is not safe. He didn't get too far away from these guys. And Rick Crawford looking to hunt him down here. Rick Crawford, a predator, looking at his prey in that number 6 truck. The 9 of Musgrave falling back. Doesn't have anything for that 14 truck. Rick Crawford's just fast here today, man. He seems to be the truck to beat. As here comes that 6. Once again, gets a good run off turn number 2. Saw the 14 on his bumper. Wasn't quite going to let him get underneath him there. But now moving down the racetrack, trying to block the 14. Crawford still sticks his nose in there. More contact being made off turn number 4. And Rick Crawford couldn't quite lead that, or get the lead there as the caution comes out. Chad McCumbee has some rear end damage, and it seems that 08 truck is possibly gonna be out of the race. Let's see what happened. Oh, the Gen Racing 47 got into him there. That's Craig Kinser in the 47 truck. Gets into the 08, sends him up into the outside wall hard with the rear end, and completely tore up the rear of that truck. That's going to bring out the first caution of the day, and man, he was surrounded by his teammates. Gary Chapman in the 78, Bobby Dotter in the 06 right there as the 08 just gets dumped. 47 missed his entry point and just right into his back bumper, sending him around. Crawford unable to take the lead. However, we're going to have that double file restart, so he's going to have a shot here as we go green yet again. So we're going to double them up and send them off. Pace car is back onto pit road. Side by side. Double file. Green flag back in the air. Crawford with a good jump on the high side. Here comes Ted Musgrave on the bottom. They're 3 wide for the race lead. Musgrave, what a move. And here comes Mike Skinner into the mix. He saw Musgrave make it work. He's going to try to make it work himself. Skinner right down on that yellow line, trying to get underneath the 9 truck. Couldn't quite get there. Here comes the 6 on the high side, trying to defend against the 30. He's also not quite going to be able to do it. Rick Crawford's falling back. He's shuffled back into traffic. He's going to get underneath the 6 of Kvapil. Ty Bodine sits 3rd right now as Ted Musgrave tries to fight back. Can't quite catch the 5 though. The 14, Crawford, trying to reel these guys back in. And he's going to do so successfully as he catches the 9 of Musgrave. Had to check up a little bit there. Musgrave with that crazy move to take the lead now finds himself sitting 3rd as Mike Skinner takes over the race lead now. What a race it's been so far. And here comes Rick Crawford back underneath that 9 truck with a big run. That 14 truck is just fast here today, man. Somebody needs to stop this guy. The 5 of Skinner. The 30 of Todd Bodine. The 14, the 9, the 6, all right there under a blanket. The 9 truck trying to hang on to that spot, defending against Travis Kvapil. Mike Skinner has 3 fast race trucks, 4 fast race trucks barreling down on his back bumper. Here comes the 30 and the 14 blocking each other. The 30 now with a run off turn 4. Being pushed down the front straightaway. Here comes the 14 of Crawford. Dives it in there. An aggressive move there. And Rick Crawford moves back into second. And the rain's picking up outside. Crawford now all over the back bumper of the 5 truck, looking high. Can he get that momentum off? Now gonna try looking low. Skinner really prefers running the middle there through 3 and 4. Crawford really good down low, and that's gonna allow him to take the lead that time by. So Rick Crawford takes the lead. Mike Skinner fighting back. Battling behind, side by side for position number 8, I believe, as the 4 of Chase Miller sends it in, completely misses the bottom of the corner, but clears. The 75 of Dennis Setzer, who's falling back. Travis Kvapil still on the back bumper of that 9 truck. Can he make the move now? Heading into 3 and 4, gets underneath, moves the 9 out of the groove. A little bit of contact made off 4. Travis Kvapil is underneath. He's looking for 3rd. Where is Ron Hornaday? He's way back. He's all the way outside of the top 10 here. Definitely not the day he wanted to have, but he's got a pretty good cushion right now. Kvapil will cut into that lead if things stay the way they are right now. Still a long way to go in this race here, but Rick Crawford running away with it. So many good competitive race trucks. It's rare for us to see something like this. But man, Crawford is just fast, and he had to fight his way through the field. He's currently got the fastest lap of 22.9. Mike Skinner, second fastest lap with a 23.0. But here comes Travis Kvapil, arguably the fastest long run car or truck. Looking for second here. Some guys quicker on the short run, some faster on the long runs. Travis Kvapil clearly faster on the long run as he runs down that 5 truck. Looking for the lead now, or for second rather. Can Kvapil do anything? With Mike Skinner, who opens the door, entering 1 and 2, knowing he can defend off of 2. That top side works pretty good in 1 and 2, but not so much in 3 and 4, as Mike Skinner is going to fall back and lose yet another spot. The 60 defensive line protecting the bottom, entering 1 and 2 here. Or excuse me, the 6 rather. Now here comes Ted Musgrave following behind that 5 truck. That 9 looking to retake P4. These guys playing hot potato with these positions here. It's like musical chairs. Rick Crawford in a world of his own. The 5 looking low. Here comes the 30 underneath the 9. Musgrave is going to clear him. Here comes the 7 of Jason White back into the mix. How about Val Wolf? She's snuck her way into the top 10. And Ron Hornaday Jr. on the climb once again as he finds his way back inside of the top 10, looking for 9th place. Absolutely dives in underneath the 4 truck of Chase Miller there and makes it work. He clears him. Clay Rogers in the 40 underneath. The 23 of Johnny Benson looking low. The 88 of Crafton battling with the 31 of Tina Gordon. Dennis Setzer's back there. David Starr and Aaron Fike racing for position as well. Back up front, looks like things starting to finally calm down here. The 9 of Musgrave battling with the 7 of White. White pulling away. Jay White. God, we're calling him that. And Jay White to avoid confusion when Canadian Jason White comes through. So Rick Crawford continues to lead. The 6 out in front, in second. The 5 in P3. The 30, P4. Battling for 5th still is the 9 and the 7. And here comes the 97 of Val Wolf. Speaking of 9, speaking of 7, the 97 right behind these two. And she is fast, man. She is reeling these two in like it's nothing. That truck clearly has come to life throughout this race. Didn't get a good qualifying run, but starting to climb her way through the field. She gets underneath Musgrave and now looking for a spot underneath that 7 truck as well. And Val Wolf clears Jay White. Side by side for P2. Skinner gets underneath Quapple. Quapple now trying to defend against Todd Bodine. But Bodine's going to get to his inside. Contact! Nearly a wreck. Inches off of each other. Contact being made. But they're going to keep it straight. Beating and banging. Short track racing at its finest. Here comes the 97. Val Wolf. Going to pick off another one. She sneaks by Travis Quapple to get herself up into the top 5. She takes 4th. Now looking for 3rd. But Top Bodine going to cut her nose off there, trying to block her line. But here comes Val. Dives low. Big time send into 1 and 2. Valeria Wolf is going to clear another one. She is on the move as she works her way up into P4, or P3 rather. Catching lap trucks now to 95. Wayne Edwards is going to stay high, stay out of the way. If there's any more lap trucks. Brian Silas is up there. We'll probably catch him by the end of this thing. Val Wolf has moved into 2nd. That 97 truck is on rails here today. She might have a good shot at winning this thing. As she comes off turn 4 to lap Wayne Edwards. Wayne just staying high, staying out of the way here. Doesn't want to impede any of our leaders' progress here, but Skinner's going to get held up a little bit off turn number 2. Pulls down low. Now the 6 will try to follow through. 14. Rick Crawford continues to lead, but that gap is shrinking as the 97 is hot on his tail. Val Wolf has won twice already this season. Was impressive in her debut, everyone's debut, the series debut at Daytona. Impressed when she won that next race at Auto Club. Impressed yet again when she won at Ontario. Has been very strong, very consistent. Well, maybe not consistent, but has had her highs, had her lows. But more highs than lows this season as she tries to be a little more consistent in the second half of the year. Has been pretty consistent so far. And now running consistent laps as she runs down the 14 truck of Rick Crawford. Crawford now. Less than a second separating the two. Crawford might just be saving up his stuff a little bit though, who knows? As we're catching Bryan Silas yet again. Lap traffic could play a factor. Val Wolf shaves off another 2/10 that time by as we go on board with the 97 truck. Not overdriving it, just staying smooth here. It's faster than that 14. Shaves off 3/10 that time by. Well, really 2/10, but man, she is fast. She is right there. Less than half a second back and still closing in. Val Wolf, the Venezuelan, looking to win her third race of the year. Rick Crawford looking for his first. Bryan Silas underneath. Or up high, letting the 14 truck underneath. Both trucks get through without issues here. Val Wolf taking that lower line through 3 and 4. However, seems like the top side starting to come in as she did not get a good run through the corner. Caution is out. Caution is out. Who is it? Who done it? I believe it was the 99 of Eric Darnell. And it was Eric Darnell blowing up, heading into turns 1 and 2. It's definitely an issue with that truck as he turned right and rode the wall, catching on fire it seems. And yeah, big time problems. Rides the wall to a stop and quickly climbs out of that truck. Scary situation for Eric Darnell, bringing out a caution late in the going. Man, things were going so smooth in this race. Not now. It's going to be a wild late race restart here. Val Wolf, Rick Crawford. Here we go. 1 to go before the restart. Lights are out on the pace car. Getting ready to restart this race. Pace truck is in. The field is in the hands of Crawford and Wolf. Green flag back in the air. Val Wolf, Rick Crawford side by side for the race lead. Is not going to last long as Wolf falls back. But clearly she had the fastest long run truck out there. But these short run guys are going to gobble her up on this restart. As she gets hung out to dry. She's trying to pin down that 6 truck of Quapple and possibly clear him down the backstretch. Can't quite. Through 3 and 4, as we know the bottom is way better in turn 4. Well, she was actually able to pinch him down there pretty good. Can she clear the 6? Finally, no. Quapple still drives it in deep, keeps his nose in there. Travis Quapple not giving up here, man. Juan Hornaday once again is falling outside of the top 10. Rick Crawford continues to lead and run away with this thing here. It's his only competition, really. Has fallen back and is stuck in traffic. Can't get down to the bottom. She's being freight trained right now on the top. As Jay White now in the Hooters number 7 gets to her inside. She can't get back down to the bottom. And because of that, she is bleeding heavily. Bleeding spots left and right. Oh boy. Side by side for P5. The 5 truck running second, or P4 rather. Ignore that. You didn't see that at all. Yeah. Val back to the inside now. She's finally able to get low. And she clears Jason White. Looking to work her way back up into P. Where's she? P4 now. Looking to work her way back up into P3. As we come around, who is going to lead the funny lap? Looks like it's going to be Rick Crawford. Of course it would be Rick Crawford. Val Wolf now looking to the inside of the 6 truck. Clear. Oh! Into the wall! It's Rick Crawford. The race leader, with some sort of an issue or a mistake, gets up into the outside wall. And he's going to fall back. He's stuck on the high side. Val Wolf with a strong run back to the front. And she's going to get to the outside of Mike Skinner rather than the inside. For some reason, I guess she believes the high side is faster now. Skinner, though, proves that wrong as he just drives away. And now here comes Quapple. Quapple's going to look low. Skinner, though, still hasn't cleared the 97 truck yet. Val might actually be quicker up top, but the caution is out. Caution is out from debris because of that incident with Rick Crawford up into the outside wall in turn number 1. And thank goodness somebody got him out of there. But what's happening with Val? The 97 truck, Val Wolf having issues with that truck and potentially losing any shot at winning this race. She's all the way at the tail end of the field. Very unfortunate for her. Man, I thought she had a chance to win this thing. It's going to be 2 laps to go here on this restart, though. Pace truck is in, and we are underway yet again. Green flag is back out. 2 laps to go. It's going to be green, white checkers. Here comes the 5 of Skinner, Rick Crawford. The 6, Crawford looking low. Skinner trying to defend. Through 3 and 4. We're going to see the white flag this time by. One more time around. Mike Skinner very defensive into turn one as he takes the bottom. Rick Crawford trying to bounce back after getting into the wall earlier. But it's not going to be enough. Off of turn number 4. Congratulations, Mike Skinner, as he wins from Iowa. Mike Skinner is your winner. That rhymes. I'm spitting bars here today. But that's going to do it. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Let's take a look at our points really quickly here. As let me pull it up. Got a picture of it here on my phone. Points after Iowa. Hornaday leads by still over 100 points. So definitely a pretty good cushion. Now let's do the math really quickly. Hornaday leads by 132 points over Quapple. So still, Quapple within a race of points, but it'll be very difficult with how Hornaday has been running this season. So that's gonna do it. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. Till then, peace.